What's up, guys? Today what I'll be doing is I'll be giving my opinions on Conor McGregor and his fight versus Floyd Mayweather. The upcoming fight scheduled August 26th in the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Conor paid his fucking dues for throwing those bottles at 202. Now it's back to business. Back in the T-Mobile Arena, he's got a very good fighter in front of him in Floyd Mayweather. But man, listen, if you want my opinion, this fight I've went over it in my head a million times. And I'm sure it's the case with a lot of people that are fight fans and that are active in the fight game. You see, like, Conor McGregor is an outstanding boxer. In MMA, his strongest tools has always been his hands. When he combines that with his kicks, he becomes an unstoppable force when it comes to the stand-up game. The only man to really hurt him was Nate Diaz. And that was a time when Conor didn't have the camps that he set up nowadays, which he invests a lot of money. When you saw the rematch against Nate at 202, everyone knows he spent $300,000 for his camp. What I'm trying to say is, I'm a big fan of Conor McGregor, and so I think his fight with Floyd, so far it's been very entertaining to watch. I really like the back and forth that they had on the press tour, the 4 days that they had back in a row. I sense a bit of jet lag on Conor's part, but I mean, everyone experiences jet lag, especially when you got a European dude who travels to North America, travels to LA, goes to Canada, comes here to Canada. He absolutely demolished Floyd. We love him here in Canada. He absolutely demolished Floyd in Toronto, and then you have his press conference in New York. Obviously was a big one, and then you go to London. So you had four press conferences, a world tour that was, in my opinion, very entertaining. Like, they said pretty much the same shit, but this was a fight, guys. And in the fight game, there's not a lot to be said. The talking goes inside the octagon, or in this case, the ring. And I think that, McGregor has pointed out some weaknesses on Floyd's part. He said he's too small, and honestly, like, as a fan, when I look at that, I'm like, man, that's fucking true. He's way too small. Conor is used to fighting guys like Nate, like Eddie Alvarez, like Chad Mendes, Jose Aldo, guys who are bigger than Floyd. Floyd he's a small man. Let's be honest. I'm bigger than Floyd. A lot of people are bigger than Floyd. That guy's like 5'8", 150. He walks around 160. Conor walks around at 175. Conor is also taller than him. He has a longer reach, and overall, he's a bigger dude. When it comes to boxing, like, every freaking centimeter matters. For you Americans, every inch matters. You lessen that. Every freaking fraction of an inch matters. So when it comes down to it, I think this is gonna play a big factor in the fight because, like Conor said, he just needs one shot on the chin, and Floyd's going to go night-night. I think it's going to be the case. Yeah, Floyd's being caught by bigger fighters, but he's never been caught clean. He's never been caught clean by a bigger dude. He's been caught, but he's never been caught clean. Canelo did not catch him. I haven't seen all of Floyd's fights. I've seen his highlights. I've seen a lot of his fights, but I haven't seen all of his fights. I haven't seen what he does when he's facing a southpaw that's bigger than him, and that has the accuracy and the power and the timing of Conor McGregor, and that has the confidence of that dude. He's been preparing to fight Floyd forever. I mean, this hasn't been ongoing for like 2-3 months. People think this is happening for like the last month. Nah, man, it's been going on for the last years. Conor's had this vision in his head that he's the best in the world, and he's trying to face the best in the world to prove a point. And he did that when he fought Jose Aldo. Jose Aldo was ranked #1 pound for pound. A lot of my friends doubted Conor McGregor. I said, watch for right before the fight started. We were at the bar actually, just recalling this, and I told my friend, watch for Jose Aldo's leg kicks, watch for his kicks, and I said, watch for Conor's left hand. And right off the bat, he knocked him out, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? I didn't even know. I didn't even know what happened. It was Conor's timing, his precision. It's just too much. It's like Jose is 5'7", and he wasn't even able to take one punch from Conor clean. So you look at that, and I'm like, if he catches Floyd clean, and Floyd's guard is penetrable, guys. He's been hit before, he's been rocked before, he's been knocked down before, and I don't know too much about boxing. I know, Golovkin, Lomachenko, I know all those dudes, but I don't know, like, his history too much. I know who he's fought, Shane Mosley. I know the guys who put him in a lot of trouble, the southpaws that he's faced, the Pacquiao fight. When I look at that Pacquiao fight, which is the most recent fight, yeah, the fight game's evolved a lot since then. But when I look at that fight, I see openings for McGregor. I see openings down the middle, and like I said, man, Conor just needs one of these punches to land. And I think, his ability to set his punches up and to connect, it's not like most boxers. He does a boxing style, but he's an MMA fighter, so he has a completely bigger tool, bigger knowledge. His understanding of angles and of timing of all that is to a higher level than most MMA guys. But when it comes to boxing, there is always that argument that, yeah, Floyd is a master at that, but Conor just has that unpredictability factor. He's got too many things going for him right now. Floyd's a fucking great fighter, but it's like no one goes out of the fight game uncaved. Everyone has their time. And I think Floyd's time is coming up. I think this is the time. This is Conor's the guy that's going to stop him. Let's be real here. He's bigger, he's stronger, he's faster. And I think it just needs one punch for Conor to connect clean down the middle, which I see openings. I see a lot of openings down the middle. Floyd has a hard time with southpaws. He's had a hard time with the straight. He's been caught with the straight punch, the overhand, quite a few times. Pacquiao caught him. A lot of people caught him with the straight and the overhand, especially the straight from southpaw. He's been caught with that shot many times. But he's never been knocked down from that shot, I think. Maybe one or two times. But listen, man, Conor, his ability to land that shot is to a degree that I think it's just going to happen. I think the chances of Conor missing is incredibly low. And if he does miss, I don't know what Conor would do. Maybe he's going to rough him up. But the thing about what I said earlier is that he's an MMA fighter. So MMA fighters, we practice leg kicks. He practices way more strikes than just punches. He has kicks. He's got takedowns. He understands grappling as well, way to a completely different degree than Floyd. Floyd doesn't even know how to clinch. That guy hooks people. If Conor clinches him, he's gonna rough him up. And it's gonna be bad for Floyd. And I think that there's too many factors right now that are really a big risk for Floyd. And like I said, no one goes out of the fight game uncaved. Nobody. Conor, it's just like when you look at the bigger picture, it just makes sense. So for that reason, I think Floyd's just gonna eat it, man. And I'm fucking excited to see this fight. I've been waiting to see this fight for a very long time. And, guys, let me know what you guys think. I think that 49-1 is going to happen. Conor's going to come out with the win. And I'm very excited to see this fight, guys. Thanks for watching, and peace out.